Okay, January 8th update up at Olivet. This is how far we got on the front of the house. A lot of cutting around those vents and stuff. Took us a while to get going. We got the first row above the ledger there. Everything lines up good. And I had Javon and Christian get the gas line out of this trench, and we put it back in the backyard there, laying on the ground out of the way of Ron. He'll be here the end of next week to fix these leach lines. We also worked on wrapping the front porch beams inside and out. We got the outside on, we got trim. Everything had to be ripped and cut, and it took quite a while. We obviously still have trim, 1x2 trim to do, but I have to get my siding all the way up to the top of the roof over here. I gotta get my siding up there so I can get my trim on before I can do all these side pieces of trim. And we're also gonna do trim. Oh, sorry, getting dizzy. On all these joints, we'll put trim. I'm gonna flat face all of that stuff up there. And then I did not foresee it, but the bottom of this, because of that 5/4 on the outside, was bigger than my 1x8 that I got to do that with. So I'm gonna have to go get two 1x10s and cut them down. That's like 7 3/4, I think it was. And my 1x8 was only 7 1/4. So that's why those are not on. Nobody was here working on the inside today. They finished painting yesterday. We did a good cleanup all the way around, or Christian and Javon did a good cleanup. Jaden got the back side of the house all completely done. So here's the back of the dining room slider. Trim is on up top. It looks really good. I'm happy with how that trim came out. I was afraid that was going to look real bad, but Jaden did a really good job on that. This is all Jaden back here. I didn't do any of this. And he's all got trimmed all up there. There's a couple little areas up there, right up there where that freeze block comes down, and we have to put some spray foam or something in there to keep the bees out. Not really a whole lot I can do with trim to make it look good. Here's this corner. Yeah, so the back is completely done. And we did all this yesterday. So, and here's my gas line. We just laid it on the ground back here out of Ron's way, so he gets his tractor in here next week. It won't be in his way. No, and we staked up the water spigot for now so it won't accidentally get broke. It was pretty loose. So what Ron and I talked about, he is aware of where the property line is. So what he's gonna do is come up here and dig, and he's basically going to take these two leach lines that were cut, and he's going to move the entire thing back about 3 feet and hook it all back together, and put some new rock in and stuff to keep us. He's trying to keep the leach lines away from our ditch, which our ditch should be, pretty close to the property line, but he said it's possible, he's not 100% sure, but it's possible that the water line might be able to stay where it's at. But he's just gonna back it off, a few feet from the water line here. So once he gets up here and starts digging and stuff and figures it out, he'll know what to do. But he's just basically gonna shorten that leach line, so we'll probably lose like maybe 4 feet of leach line, not a big deal. 5 feet, 6 feet. But that big 10-foot piece that got busted up and came out will get replaced and back in, so it can loop back around like it did before. It's just going to be a little bit shorter, that's all. Keep it away from our lines. So he's aware of what he's got to do there. And then we've got the garage door being installed next Thursday. I believe that's the 14th. So that is it for Olivet. I do not know where we're going to be next Monday, but we come back up here. We need to get 2 1x10s to finish that off, and finish that off over there. 2 1x10s from Chico Building. And I think that's all I need. We should have got plenty of siding. I got more siding today and some more trim for other things, some more 1x2 and another 1x4 for Jaden in the back. But the entire backside is completely done. So, and I got my freeze block, my new freeze block, and my new vent back in. So we got all those in all the way across the front porch there. And yeah, so that is it for today up at Olivet.